Alright everyone, been gone for a long time, back with the rest of those videos, got a tournament we hosted coming up, you guys can read my list right now. This is my Terminator list for the most part, the 3 Land Raiders, Shrike, Lysander, Tactical Squad, Scouts, Battalion, pretty much all I need to know there. And first round was against Grey Knights, yeah. As you can see, I'm just going to loop this same video. This is his Karmazov that he converted. Pretty boss. I do like his color scheme. He did a good job. That right there, that was my one problem with this army, is that he cast all of his weapons, like psi cannons and stuff, so that was a little bit annoying, but alas, this was the list that I was not prepared for. It is the Cyphelman Dread list, 3 of those, and then he also had a whole bunch of Cybacks, so those were a beast. He also had a squad of Terminators with Justicar Thawne, or Thaw, or whatever his name is. He had, I believe, Cortez. If I find his list, I've got it somewhere. I will put it up in the description. So he's got the Terminator squad, 10-man with side cannons. He's got a squad of interceptors, so he can fly them forward with a shunt move and then shoot Karmazov at them and blast a bunch of vehicles with that shot without scattering. He's got gosh, must have been like maybe 5 or so Cybacks with a bunch. Most of them had like 4 acolytes in them, or 3 acolytes and a death cult assassin, so they were nothing as far as victory points were concerned. And then he had a few rhinos that had a bunch of 5-man squads of purifiers with side cannons. So it's an extremely shooty army. Long story short, this mission was to get your one guy that has the whatever it was, to the enemy's deployment zone, and then it was victory points. And with this army with victory points, you're just doing nothing. You kill the side back, you get like 60 points. You kill this one side, you got like 100 total between the two. You're getting nothing from this army with victory points. So um, I think he got first turn. I could be wrong. And yeah, it was not pretty. Right off the bat, my Land Raiders were really hard for him to kill. That ceased to matter when I couldn't kill any of his stuff due to well, he has this list really is phenomenal. This is the list I really wasn't ready for. I was getting hit with roughly, I think, 50 to 60 strength 6, 7, or 8 shots every turn. And even with the Terminators, I was literally taking, with my army, the big problem I had with this was my army really only does damage outside of its transports. And once I got out of the transports, the most I could do was kill like a Razorback and get 60 points. And then that squad of Terminators was literally taking about 35 saves that turn. So it's could have been better. So to make an extremely long story short, I got killed down to 2 guys. I think it might have been like a scout, and then my sergeant with the bomb or whatever. I had to get to his deployment zone. I barely got over there, but he just owned me. Definitely was not ready for this list. So yeah, long story there. I got massacred. It was pretty pathetic. But it's the first time I played that list, and it was still a fun game. It was a good sport. Thanks. Okay, this next game I played here is against Grey Knights again. The list looks really similar. Again, if I find the list, I'll put it down there. It's a short video here. But overall, it's 2 Storm Ravens. He had a few Cyphelman Dreads. He had some Cybacks. I don't even know if that's the right guy. I think it was. But he had all actual Grey Knights. He didn't have all these little acolyte squads. There was also objectives, so I stood a better chance there. Overall, it was just a lot better for me. I also got first turn. Now, the way this game went, I pretty much just I kind of castled in the back, relied on my las cannons and my Land Raiders to take down as many of his transports as possible before I got up there. I had a pretty good early assault after downing a Storm Raven. I stopped both of the Storm Ravens before they got to me, so everything went a lot smoother. I was taking way less shots against this army than the last one. Overall, I mean, I'm gonna make these quick. Just I've got some really cool videos from the tournament we did coming up soon too. So, but overall, I think I did pretty good. There were 5 objectives. I think I ended up controlling 2 more than him. I got a major victory. I really was just able to. My land raiders were were invincible until the last turn, where he got a really lucky shot on one of them and blew it up. But they were all 3 in the middle, trying to block off objectives. For the most part, I had the upper hand throughout this game. But it was really fun. The guy was really nice, and it really was just that he couldn't get through through all the storm shields. He had regular Grey Knights. He didn't have all these acolytes, so he really was relying on those force weapons, those power weapons. And Lysander he would not die. He held for an incredibly long time against a lot of shots and a lot of close combat, and he just lived long enough for my other squad of Terminators to get in there. I just kept reinforcing with another squad and another squad. So overall, I think it went really well. Major victory, that one. And going into round 3. Round 3 is this really cool demon army. Oh my gosh, is it? Yeah, it's a pretty awesome demon army. Looks beautiful. I think it was 3 Soul Grinders. There's a Fate Weaver in there. A squad of Blood Crushers, all armed differently. A few Chariots of Tzeentch. Some Flamers. A whole bunch of what are they called? The Screamers. It was a pretty diverse army. Some Plague Bears in there as well. This game, he made me go first, or no, maybe he went first. I don't remember, because I'd have to deploy anyway. So I deployed nothing, forcing him to put out his army first. So he got half of his army in turn 2, and then he actually got the one he wanted, which is apparently the first time this happened in this tournament for him. I came in with my turn 2. I got in Lysander's group with Shrike and those 9 Terminators, I think it was. So those all walked off the board and fleeted on turn 1. And then I got a tactical squad, which was useless. So charge in, do some Blood Crushers there. Beat them up pretty bad. There's still 1 or 2 left with 1 wound on them, because he had the Fate Weaver right next to it, re-rolling all of his invulnerable saves. So I lost nothing in return. That was amazing. And got my Bolter Marines out of that Rhino. Rapid fired the Fate Weaver, or I don't even know what I shot. I didn't do anything. I did no wounds. And going to turn 3. Turn 3, he got in almost everything else he had. But I had nothing left. I had 1 squad that was not in combat, so he shot a Soul Grinder or 2 at it, shot some Flamers at it, and they all died, including the Rhino. That was quick work. He charged in a Soul Grinder to help with the combat with the Terminators, and I got really lucky. I actually blew up the Soul Grinder and killed the last 2 Blood Crushers. From there, it was a pretty quick downhill. I got most of the rest of my army in on turn 3, and I managed actually a 6-squad combat with the Terminator Lysander Strike squad. I assaulted 6 separate squads because he brought in all of his units off of the icon of the Fate Weaver that was right next to those Blood Crushers. Dragged the Fate Weaver into the combat. I did 1 wound to it with the last cannon earlier, and got really lucky. Killed the Fate Weaver with Lysander, and that was pretty much it for him. He just surrendered right there because Fate Weaver dead. He's not rerolling his saves. I already had him locked in 8 or 9 different squads with my army, and it just wasn't going to go well. So it was a short game. He just surrendered there. His army was really amazing, though. Fate Weaver's beautiful, but yeah, pretty quick game there. I got full points, so he technically got a massacre. And long story short, I ended up 9th place out of maybe 26, I think. I could have done a lot better. The first round, I'm really disappointed in how I played it, but thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this was so quick, didn't have a lot of video, but just go ahead and stay tuned for getting back on track with the battle reports. I've got an update video asking you guys some of your ideas, and then also going to be doing, we hosted a tournament last month, so I'm going to get the videos for that up, and I will see you guys later.